Good morning students. In our previous session, we have seen Unit 1 lesson. What was the name of that lesson? Yes, name of that lesson was Who Did Patrick's Homework? Now, we are going to see a poem from that unit. A house, a home. We are going to do revision of that poem. Before starting the poem and revision, I would like to ask one question to you. What is a house and what is a home? What is the difference between that? You started thinking, na? Good. Now we will see what is the difference between these two. A house, a home. This poem is written by Lauren M. Harley. Now, these two pictures on the screen can distinguish between a house and a home. Before reading the poem, we will see some information about poet. So, this poem is written by Lauren M. Harley, and this poet was an American poet who was born on December 8, 1921 in St. Peter, Minnesota, USA. Her writing style is simple yet thought-provoking. Means her writing is in very simple words. Still, it challenges us to think on this poem. In this poem, she aims to make a clear distinction between a house and a home. She died on 7 September 2006. Now, let's read the poem with the video.
Lauren M. Harley. What is a house? It's brick and stone and wood that's hard, some window glass and perhaps a yard. It's eaves and chimneys and tile floors.
Okay children, now we will see this poem again from beginning.
A House, a Home by Lauren M. Harley. What is a house? It's brick and stone and wood that's hard, some window glass and perhaps a yard. It's eaves and chimneys and tile floors, and stucco and roof and lots of doors. What is a home? It's loving and family and doing for others. It's brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. It's unselfish acts and kindly sharing, and showing your loved ones you're always caring. A House, a Home by Lauren M. Harley. What is a house? It's brick and stone.
Okay children, now we have read the poem with the video. Now we will see summary of the poem. What is the summary of the poem? Yes, the poem is A House, a Home is written by Lauren M. Harley. In this poem, the poet is describing about the difference between a house and a home. According to the poet, a house is made up of non-living things. You know very well what is meant by non-living things, like bricks, stones, wood and glass. These are non-living things. There will be no emotions, feelings and mutual understanding. It is only a construction or a simple building. That is called a house. And what is meant by home? Yes, where as a home is a beautiful family which is consisting of living beings like fathers, mothers, sisters and brothers. Means your father, mother, your sister, brother makes a home. We can see lots of love and mutual understanding here. In your family or in your house, we can see the difference. In home, all family members share their feelings, each other and care for others. Means home is where you get unconditional love, where your family members live and they understand each other's feelings and they care for each other. And what is house? A house which is built by non-living things like bricks, stones, wood and glass. Now let's read the poem once again. What is a house? It's brick and stone and wood that's hard, some window glass and perhaps a yard. It's eaves and chimneys and tile floors and stucco and roof and lots of doors. See here, the red colored words like brick, stone, wood, window glass, yard, eaves, chimneys, tile floors, stucco, roof and doors. Doors you all know. This is door. These are windows and these are bricks and this is roof. So a house is just full of bricks. So here some new words also given like yard, eaves, stucco. You can see meaning of these words in the dictionary also. You can search it. While reading the poem also, you can underline these words. And if you don't have textbook with you, you can just note down the new words from the PDF file and write in the notebook and search meaning from the dictionary. That is a good way of learning. Now I have given meanings of it also. Yard, a piece of land next to someone's house with grass and plants growing in it. Eaves means the edge of a roof and stucco means a type of plaster which is used for covering walls and decorating ceilings. So here you have seen the difficult words. Now what is mean by these lines? So in first stanza of the poem, what is given? It is information about a house. So we have seen here a house is made of non-living things like bricks, stones, wood, window glass. These things makes a house. We use these things to make a house. And what is inside the house? Like tile floors are there, roof is also there, doors are there, eaves and chimneys. So these things indicates that a house is made with these things, and we can see these things when we see a house. But these things can't speak with us. They don't have feelings. They don't have emotions. They are just non-living things. But what is home? We will see that in the next stanza. Before starting the next stanza, 2 questions I have to ask you. What is said about house? And what is the meaning of eaves in the poem? So here, what is said about the house? You have to think on it. When you will read the poem, you will learn to understand, or you will get the meaning that what exactly the poet want to tell about what is a house. And next thing is eaves. What is mean by eaves here in the poem? Have you ever heard this word? If you have not heard this word, what you will do? You will search the meaning from the dictionary and you will get the meaning also. So in this way, what will happen? You will make a habit to read the or to search words from dictionary. So I hope you will inculcate this habit in you, that search new words from dictionary and try to note down the new words whenever you will read newspaper, whenever you will read textbook, storybooks. You have to note down new words and you can search the meaning of that word from the dictionary. So you can write down these questions also in your notebook if you want. So this way you can study, you can take out your own notes. So eaves means the part of a roof that meets or overhangs the wall of a building. Okay, so you search the meaning from the poem also. Now let's see our next stanza. What is a home? It's loving and family and doing for others. It's brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. It's unselfish acts and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones you are always caring. See here, two new words are given here, unselfish and kindly. Remaining red color words you know. And why these words are indicating red color? Because they have particular meaning and very deep meaning and understanding. We will get that from words like loving and family, brothers, sisters, fathers. These makes a home. Where is love? Where is family? That is your home. And where your family members like your father, mother, brother, sister, that makes a home. And as it is given here, unselfish acts. What is meant by unselfish? We will see it here. Unselfish means caring about or generous towards others. And kindly means a sympathetic or generous nature. Means when you care for each other, when you do something for others without any expectations, and when you behave kindly with others, that makes a complete home. And at home there are our loved ones. Means our father, mother loves us unconditionally, and our family members take care of us and we also take care of them. So this makes a home where we stay, and home is very important than a big house. Small home is there. You are living with your family and you are loving each other. You are caring and you are behaving kindly with others with unselfish acts makes a complete home. You will enjoy with your family there. But if big home is given there, if only walls are there, windows are there, doors are there, big house is there with full of bricks, and no one is there to live with you, then will you enjoy there? Will you able to stay there? No, we can't stay there, because only house or wall of the house, windows, chimneys or doors, they will not speak with us, and they will not become a part of our life, or they will not complete us as a family. So who completes as a family? Our father, mother, sister, brother, and they makes a complete home. So here what we have seen here, what is a home? Now we have seen difficult words also. Now two questions are given here. What is home? I explain it in a very simple but correct way, that what is a home, which makes a house a home, and who lives in the home. Very easy questions are given here. You can do one thing, you can keep notebooks with you, and while explanation is going on, you can note down these questions, and afterwards you can search the answer of that question in your notebook, and you can write it in your notebook. You can search answer from your textbook or in PDF file of the textbook. So this way you can study, you can write new words, you can note down new words, you can write your own notes, your own meaning or understanding of the poem, and some questions also you can write from the explanation part or this video. So this will help you to study. So self-study you will do it here. So I hope you understood the poem, and we have listened the poem very carefully. Twice we have read the poem, so you can read the poem again if you want, and you will